What's going on, guys? I installed this GA5151 head unit in my 2009 Mazda Speed 3. Apologize in advance for the shaky camera. I'm just taking it from my cell phone. I knew I got a couple guys that were looking to have a review of this on the forums. Just trying to get a quick look at it here. Start off with what's wrong with it. We got this lip right here, these two clips on the left and right side. They're not quite big enough to snap into the stock AC controls here. There's two holes that this just snaps into. I've heard you can swap them out with the stock ones and get it to sit flush, which is one of the good things I like about it. Is it's got the OEM look to it. It looks like it came from the factory. We'll boot it up here. Comes up with the Mazda symbol on the background. You can swap that to whatever you're looking for. It doesn't necessarily have to be that symbol. Also notice when I plugged it in, the steering wheel controls do not work for it, which was a kind of a letdown. I've been talking to Eonon back and forth, and they're working with me to troubleshoot and see if they just need to send out a good CAN bus adapter for it. So I can push the volume up and volume down, and nothing's changing on it here. Another negative I noticed about it was the reception for it. It's not the greatest. The OEM one definitely had a better reception. The stock antenna cable does plug right into the back of it, and it's not too terrible. And I usually listen to music off my phone anyway, so it's not too much of a downside for me. So we'll get started here. Just you can definitely tell it's an Android base head unit here. It's got the feel of Android. You got the drop down here. You can look at the settings here. We'll drag down to the About tablet, which is basically what it is. It's just a tablet. It's running Android 4.2.2. We'll go back here. You can change the standard Android stuff. You got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, sound display, all these standard settings, and then you can come down to the car specific ones with the GPS, driving safety. We'll click that. You can allow to watch video while driving, playing music automatically when USB or SD inserted, stuff like that. It does have support for GPS, backup camera. The amplifier is a little lacking. I mean, you can change the speaker settings, and you have bass, treble, and mid. I'm looking for a little bit more versatile amplifier that I can download maybe from the App Store, just to tweak the sound settings a little bit. I have Torque installed. It does hook up pretty good. Torque works pretty good with it. The adapter I'm using is this. It's an ELM327 that I got off Amazon. I had an older one it's about 2 years old, and it wasn't hooking up too good. But I picked up this one. It's the first link on Amazon if you just search for ELM327, and it hooked up pretty good with it. We'll go back here. It's got the screens that you can scroll through, and this is one thing I can't get rid of, the stock bar that just comes up on the first screen here. It's got navigation, radio, DVD, Bluetooth, car record, and settings. It does have support for a DVR system with the car record. It also, you can do a backup camera with it. I don't know how well that worked with the 6-speed that I have, having to set up the shifter to get it to switch to reverse. Something to think about. Wi-Fi works really good on it. I do Wi-Fi tethering with my phone so we can listen to Pandora and stuff like that. Any app you can find on the Android store, it'll definitely work with it. No problem. It'll hold, you got 6 presets down here times the 3 FM, so you got 18 presets, 2 AM, 2 AM stations, because, people still use that nowadays. Awesome. And you can do things like check your email. You have your standard app drawer here. You watch YouTube on it. Overall, it'll play DVDs good. It's a decent head unit. It does everything I want it to do. It looks OEM. It comes with a remote. This one of the other downsides to it is this backlight color for just the buttons and the knobs. It's stuck with red. Some of the other Eonon head units, you can actually change the LEDs to different colors, which I didn't research properly before buying this head unit, but honestly, I'd rather have the Android than that setting. Because I have the blue backlight on the LCD display. I have blue and white on my instrument cluster. But I guess I'll just stick with the red for now. And if need be, I'll break into the actual faceplate and just swap out the LEDs. And that's about it. It'll play music off the SD card slot up here. It has a GPS card up here for the maps and things like that. Another look at the radio here. One of the things I noticed is it's got this big, huge button right in the middle, and sometimes you don't want to press that. And by sometimes, I mean most of the time, because when you press it, it basically goes through and learns all of the new stations again. So having a big button right in the middle like that to completely wipe all of your presets, that's not the greatest in the world. So I try to avoid it when I can. It hasn't been too much of an issue so far. You have your mute up here. You have your mic right here for making Bluetooth phone calls and stuff like that. You have a infrared receiver right here for the remote. A reset button you can hit with a paper clip or whatever you want. I have the remote still in the plastic right here. I haven't used it. It looks a little intimidating, and I think that'd be actually more confusing to try to use while driving than just reaching out and touching the buttons. Go figure. Other than that, it's a pretty solid head unit. I haven't tried to get into the trying to root it or anything or swap out the software, the OS. It does alright for what it is. You got a clock. You can do stopwatch, timers, stuff like that. Calculator. Fuel mileage. Everybody needs to know the fuel mileage. Yeah, check email. It's got the latest version of the maps on there. So you can just look up where you're at and go from there. It's got iPod set up, AVN for the DVR. It came with 2 USB extenders. It's got a slot in the back of the head unit. What some people have done is it comes with 2 USB adapters. Some people have gone one from the left side, one from the right side, so they can plug in their phone, whatever they want to have plugged in. And what else we got? Torque, Chrome, set the time. One thing with the CAN bus not working too good at all, actually, is you have the time up here that you can't set because you don't have the CAN bus adapter. One way that people have set it is just come out to their car at midnight and unplug the battery, plug it back in, and now it matches. And I'm not looking. I'm looking to have something that actually works. The GPS receiver that came with it works pretty good. I have it installed right underneath the plastic up here in between the 2 vents. I just lifted this plate off, put some 2-sided stick tape underneath it. It still gets great reception. No big deal. And that is the Eonon GA5151 scroll. It's pretty responsive. There's no latency or lag between, the push buttons and everything. The buttons itself, they're not the sturdiest, I guess I would say. I mean, there's some play in the actual buttons. They don't seem to hurt it too bad. I mean, they do their job, but it's just something wimpy feeling about these buttons. Uh, the volume button, power button, that one's pretty solid. The tune, it's not like an actual dial or anything like that. It's a push and hold to get over to the next station, and you can go back the other way and hold it and go back to the next station. That's something. Again, it's preference. We'll come on the radio here, and it's actually faster. You can push and hold the button, and it moves fast-ish, or you can just scroll to the next station with this button, and it'll move a lot faster. So I find myself using this button a lot more, which is really a non-issue once you get all your presets made up. Because I mean, that moves a lot faster to the next station than trying to sit and hold and hold and hold and hold. And I haven't found a way to actually go to the station that I want. Just manually input a frequency, but we'll figure that out maybe in the future. But yeah, quick look at the GA5151. Hopefully it's enough to guide you guys in the right direction. See if that's what you're looking for your Mazda 3 or Mazda Speed 3. Until next time, you guys have a good one.